All right. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good evening to everyone. So today we are going to discuss about a school safety. So in today's discussion, uh, I'm going to talk about the aspect of school safety, but not just me, uh, as well as my friend, as well my friend also will help me to discuss about school safety. So, before we going to the discussion, I would like to introduce my friend, which will help me to elaborate more about this topic. So, we have Amza Hasnain and also Azri bin Abdul Malik. Okay, so without further ado, let us start our discussion by the recitation of dua by Azri. Azri, you may recite the dua.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So can you guys hear me? Yeah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Wassallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wasallam. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin.
Okay, thank you, Azri, for the recitation of dua. So without further ado, let us jump into the discussion. Okay, so we go to the introduction. So basically, school safety is about involved measures and practice designed to ensure a secure and supportive learning environment for students, teacher, and staff. Um, School safety also is not just about a physical safety, such as being safe from accident or safe from kidnap and so on, but it is also about safety from mentality as well, such as safe from being bullied, safe from being friend zoned, and so on. So, without further ado, in this today discussion, we are going to elaborate more on the school safety in every aspect. So, for the first aspect, we are going to the general aspect, which is physical safety. Okay, so we are going to physical securities. So what can we understand from physical security is it's about measures such as control access to building security camera, such as metal detector, and I'm sorry, measures such as control access to building security cameras, metal detectors, and school resource officers help to prevent unauthorized entry and unsure rapid responses to potential threat. What can we understand about the potential threat is like the kidnappers and so on, because we all know that one of the problem about school safety or school security in Malaysia is all of the parents are too scared about the kidnappers. Okay, so we are going to the first point, which is an access control. So school often have gates, security personnel and visitor check-in system to limit who enters the premises. Um, it means that um, the school can limit the access to only for those who are able to enter the school, such as the students and the teacher as well, and maybe for the staff. It is actually, in my opinion, I think it is good for the students, because it can help them to being safe for all the time. Okay, so we going to the next, which is surveillance. So surveillance, such as security cameras in key area, monitor activity and deter misconduct. Okay, so one of the example for surveillance is, like we all know, a CCTV. From the CCTV, we can detect the activity that being held in the school, and also we can detect the unusual incidents that happen in the school. So if something bad happen in the school, we have an evidence that we could report either to the police or to the people who are in charge. So moving on, I think safety drills also is one of the main point that we could apply to the student. School regularly practice drills for emergency like fire or lockdown, so everyone knows what to do. Okay, to be clear, I think safety drill is a must things to do in school, because security is just not about being safe from the intruders or the kidnappers. It is also safe from the disasters such as fires and electric shock. So, by holding a safety drills, students actually will know what they are going to do. For an example, in case suddenly there is a building that being caught fires, so the students actually know what they are going to do, even though there is no teachers in their class. So we could we could secure the the physical security for the students by teaching them on how we could react to the emergencies, to the sudden emergency. Okay. So mm, last but not least is about a building safety. Okay. What can we understand from the building safety is, school make sure buildings are safe by fixing hazard and keeping areas like hallways well lit and clean. Okay. Okay. To be clear about building safety, it is that building must have their own safety, such as from the cleanliness, and also their safety, because if the building doesn't have like such as a fire hose or a stairs, it is actually quite dangerous for the students. In fact, if the hallways itself are wet and very slippery, it is also could be one of the potential to the it is actually could be one of the dangerous cause to the students. Okay, so I think that's all from me. So now to I would like to hear the question from Azri and Amza. I guess maybe both of you have a question. Okay.
Okay, hello. Um, Actually, I have more than one question, but just to save the time, I just want to ask a critical question to Duha. Duha, in your opinion, what are the most effective ways to balance physical security measure such as surveillance and access control with students' privacy right? It is a fact that by keeping the school safe, we must keep the students' right in terms of their privacy because they have their own things to take care. So what about your opinion, Doha?
Okay, thank you, Azri, for the question. It is actually quite challenging. It is actually a quite challenging question from Azri, but inshallah, I will answer the question according to my knowledge lah. According to my knowledge, I'm sorry. Okay, so actually, when we talk about a physical security, such as like camera or access control, it is actually it is actually linked with students' privacy. So I think there is a way to balance between these physical securities and the students' privacy. Because even though it is actually quite important for the students, but it is actually vital for the students to have their own privacy, even though in the school. Okay, so let us go for the answers. I think I think one of the ways to balance physical securities and their and students' privacy right is by telling them or make sure they clear about the policies. Okay, what actually I mean is school should explain why security measures are needed, uh, or in other words, how they protect students, while also respecting privacy right. Okay, it is actually school management can actually elaborate more either to their parents or to their students to make sure they clear why school management do this and do this, such as install the CCTVs in the hallways, or maybe install the CCTVs in the class, or maybe having an ID card to all of the students, because if they don't know about the importance of this physical security, they will argue about this, and maybe some of them will uh, don't think about it and think maybe this is just a burden to them. So I think it is very vital for school management to explain the importance of physical security that has been installed in the school, so that parents and student itself understand the importance by doing that. Okay. I think that's all from me. I hope it is actually answered the question from Adri. So I think maybe Amza also have a question. So please Amza, I would like to know your question.
So Duha, I would like to ask you some questions. So how can schools integrate? Sorry, I mean how can school integrate physical security upgrades like metal detectors or secure any entry system without disrupting like learning environment, disrupting the learning environment? So I hope you can answer my question. Is it
I'm
clear?
sorry. I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question? I didn't get it.
Um, how can schools integrate physical security upgrades like metal detectors or secure any entry system without disrupting the learning environment? So, is it clear?
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay,
It is clear
please.
for me. Okay, thank you, Amza. I like the question from Amza. So to add security upgrade like metal detectors or maybe secure entry system, it is actually sometimes quite disturbing for students. But actually, there is a way that we could prevent the situation. So I think one of the way that we could apply at school is by having a trained staff. So what actually trained staff is, it is to make sure that staff know how to manage the system smoothly, um to 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 avoid confusion or disruption. So this trained staff will do or will operate the system with efficiently and efficiently and smoothly in order to avoid, just like I told later, to avoid the disruption for the students. Another way that school management another way that school management can apply is by use during off hour. Okay, I'm sorry, just like metal detector or secure entry system. uh school management School management can install or test the operator um at actually school can install or test new system when students aren't around, just like holiday or maybe after school times. So by doing at this time, um it can it can prevent the it can prevent the disruptions uh, for the students. But in the same time, school can install this security without disturbing the students' learning in the school. Is it clear, Hamza?
Yes, that's clear. Thank you, Duha, for the best answer.
Okay, if the answer is clear for us, I think we should take a break as Maghrib is just around the corner. So thank you Amza and Azri for the attention, and we will continue our discussion shortly after. Thank you Amza, and thank you Azri. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good night. So, we will continue our discussion. So, allow Amzar to present his speech about school safety, but in environment aspect. Okay, Amzar, you may talk.
Okay, so Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. Today I would like to talk about school safety. Topic specific topic is environment. So refer to the implementation of measure and infrastructure design to protect students, staff, and facilities from internal and inter threats. The key components The key components include perimeter security, access control, alarm system, design and layout, and also emergency exits and safe zone. So first of all, for the perimeter security is fencing gates and barriers around the school to control access and prevent unauthorized entry. This include secure entry points that limit who can enter the premise. So the key elements of perimeter security include physical barriers such as fences, walls, and gates designed to prevent unauthorized entry. And then we have surveillance system such as CCTV camera, motion detectors, and infrared sensors used to monitor the perimeters. So we go to another point. The next is access control. So access control restricts access and buildings and sensitive areas. Often managed through ID badge sign-in system for visitor or electronic locks, or I'm sorry, or electronics locks that require codes or key cards. So there are several types of access control models, uh, such as distract, discretionary access control (DAC). This means the owner of the resources sets policies defining who can access the resources. So and then we have mandatory access control (MAC). So the MAC is in MAC use access to regulated by a central authority, usually based on classification level. And then we have role-based access control (RBAC). Permission are assigned to specific roles rather than individuals, and users are granted roles based on their responsibilities. And then the last, we have attribute-based access control (ABAC), ABAC. So the ABAC is ABAC can access decision based on attributes such as user, resources, or environment attribute. This model help organization enforce security policies to protect sensitive information and critical resources. So we go to alarm system. Alarm system uh, are security device designed to detect terrorist entry or breaks into a building, homes, or any secured area. So the intruder alarms that detects authorized access and trigger alerts, allowing for a quick response from security personnel or law enforcement. So the types we can have sensor. The detect sensor is detects change in the environment. Common type include such as door or window sensor. It use the uses is trigger when a door or window is open. And then we have sensor can motion detectors. Yeah, it mean detects movement in a specific area. And then sensor uh, in smoke, fire, and carbon monoxide detectors. So these are often integrated into alarm system to provide safety from environmental hazard. So alarms alarm system is important. And then we go to design and layout. So design and layout is the physical layout of the school can be played to enhance visibility. It means clear sight lines and reduce hidden or isolate areas where incidents might occur. So so we go to the last point from me is emergency exits and safe zone. So emergency exits and safe zone is clearly makes exit and designed safe areas for students and staff in case of emergencies, such a natural disaster or security threats. So the emergency exits and safe zone are critical components of safety planning in buildings, especially in case of emergency like fires, earthquake, or other hazard situation. So emergency exits, the key of emergency exits is signals. It's been clearly mixed with illuminate exit signs. And then accessibility, it used for must be easily accessible from all parts of the building. And then the types such as door, it means is it leading to the outside, or stairwells often used in multi-story buildings, usually lead to ground level or designed safely areas. And then we have ramps for wheelchair accessibility. So the safe zone definition is designed are where individuals can gather during an emergency, provide a safe location away from potential hazard. So the key features is location. Should be straight about from the buildings, usually in an open area. And then visibility, easily identifiable, and anti, I'm sorry, identifiable and made for quick access. And then communication, should have means of communication like walkie-talkies or emergency phone to stay in contact with emergency service. So the types is outdoor safe zone, uh, such as parks, open field, or parking lots designed for assembly after evacuation. And then indoor safe areas is rooms or space designed to shelter individuals during specific emergency. Um, for example, or shelter, tornado shelter. So it's important because preparedness, it means regular drills and train on the use of emergency exit, safe and safe zone are vital for ensuring everyone know how to react in an emergency situation. And then the safety, it can reduce panic and confusion during an emergency, helping ensure everyone can evacuate safety and efficiently. So I hope it's clear, and that's all for me. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Amza, for the elaboration. And now, without further ado, let us go to the question part. So I would like to invite Azri to talk or to give the question to Amza about the school safety, about the environment. Okay.
Okay, hello. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now I would like to ask you something. My question is, how can a safe environment can affect student safety? Like, yeah, we know that we need like guard and door or safety door in school. But now I would like to ask, how can safe environment affect student safety?
So thanks. The environment can significantly impact student safety in various ways, such as physical safety. Poorly maintained school buildings, such as those with broken equipment, so indicate lightning or unsafe infrastructure. So it can increase the risk of accident. Proper security means like security extends, surveillance cameras, so also essentially to prevent incidents like thief or violence. So for the environment hazard, for me, environment hazard, because the presence of environment risks such pollution, unsafe water, or poor air quality can directly affect students' health. For example, exposure to toxic substance or air pollution can lead to respiratory problems, which could compromise students' well-being and learning. So by addressing this aspect for the environment, school can create a safe and more conducive atmosphere for students' learning and well-being. So I hope it's clear. Is it clear, Azri?
Hmm.
Yes, yes, I get that.
So, Duha, any question?
Okay, Hamza, I would like to ask you about your talk later. Uh, uh, the question is, can you, I'm sorry, can you give me an opinion about how we could give, I'm sorry, how parents can enhance the safety of school environment throughout charity? Just like we all know that every school in Malaysia have PIBG, where through PIBG, all of the parents could donate their money there. But the question is how charity, just like PIBG, could enhance the safety of the school environment. Okay, I will appreciate your answer. Thank you. Is
So,
it clear?
yeah, is it
Is
clear?
it okay?
So,
Thank you.
parents, for me, parents can play a significant role in strengthening the safety of the school environment through charity in several ways. This, for me, supports for mental health resources. Like counseling service, parents can fund mental health programs by hiring counselors who can address bullying, trauma, and other issues that could escalate into safety concern. Or workshop and on workshop on safety. So organizing charity events to found workshop or seminars on emotion well-beings, conflict resolution, and anti-bullying can make the environment safer for all students. Or we can move to volunteer-led initiative, such as safety patrols. Parents can organize volunteer safer patrols or patrols or crossing guards to assist during busy school hours, ensuring students safer arrival and departure. So by leveraging by leveraging charity to improve security infrastructure, promote mental health, and foster a supportive community, parents can significant contribute to a safer school environment for students. So I hope I answer your question, Duha. So is it clear?
Alhamdulillah. Thank you for the explanation. It is very clear for me. So now on, let's move to the next part, and I would like to invite Azri to continue our discussion. All right. So moving to Azri. So he will talk about school safety, but in emotional aspect. So without further ado, let's jump into the emotional safety. All right, Azri, you may start.
Hello, can you guys hear me? Okay, first of all, in the emotional safety, I would like to point out 5 points. First, positive relationships. Second, safe space for expressions. Four, four, teacher training. and 5, managing academic pressure. So, emotional safety in school is about creating an environment where students feel secure, valued, and supported on a psychological and emotional level. Because it goes beyond physical safety, ensuring students can express themselves and their feel and navigate their emotions without fear of judgment, exclusion, or harm. Okay, now I would like to tell it is as secara umum. I would like to now I would like to tell you guys what is emotional safety in general. First, it is important to have positive relationships. Why? It is because by building a positive relationships with people like our teacher, our friend, it can make us feel positive in whether we are going to the school. So it is can affect our emotion and it make our emotions feel less hurting and less pain, and we also can focus in our class. Furthermore, by having a positive relationship, um, we can say that we must make a friend. Let us make a lot of friends because it is good to have people who are supporting us. Like a good friends will support our future, our career, and it give respect and trust because teacher can treat the students with respect, listen to their concern, and show genuine interest um, in their liking things like their hobby, their favorite place, favorite food, and this build trust and help students feel valued and understood. So it is in generally people can understand each other by having a positive relationship. You guys can hear me?
Yes, yes.
Um, so we are moving to second point that I want to say about positive relationship is positive reinforcement. By encouraging students through praise, like we need to praise their work or their effort in everything. By praising them, we can build up their confidence, and celebrating their success can make their happy and their emotional safety in school be more happy, yes, more happy, and they become more motivate and being recognized by their teacher. And furthermore, by having a relationship with their friend, it is called peer relationships. Um, by having the peer relationship, it can encourage teamwork activities that um, promote collaboration, such as grouping, project, and cooperative learning, and extracurricular club like we are doing we us as a IPG student is doing right now, where we are joining many curriculum activities. This can help students develop their skills and strengthen their peer connection. um okay, let's us jump to next point. It is safe space for expression. So for me, it is good to have some space to like give all your problem, or let all your problem out. Don't just keep it from everybody, and you must learn to share your problem with people. It is state that by express your feeling, you can be more happy and feel less problem than you supposed to. Um, Furthermore, it is stated that there are in every school there are counseling um, by accessible counseling service. It is easy to provide, to offer the students to train their mind and to train their mental health, and by training their mental health, their emotional can be more stable. It is by this opportunity to share their emotion in confidential, non-judgmental setting where there is no one can judge you by doing this counseling, because counseling is for people who have problems, and the counselor cannot judge you because they need to save you and you need them for saving your feeling or emotion. Next, the space itself, by we can tell the class is the safe space for expression. It must be the safe space for expression, because in the class we should have a good teacher who can encourage their student to feel to voice their ideas out, and they can ask questions and express their opinion respectfully, and there is no one can judge them if they are asking question to people. Then in class, they should have open discussion forums where schools can create opportunity for open dialogue through discussion circle and restorative justice practice or team activities that allow allow students to express their views on sensitive topics like mental health, race, gender, and identity in respectful ways, respectful manner. Furthermore, um, by having safe space for expression, they can modeling respectful communication, where teacher and staff should lead by example, showing students how to engage in discussion with kindness, empathy, and without judgment. Next, managing academic pressure. The third point is managing academic pressure, where a good teacher and a good student should have this skill, where if they have a big problem, they should um, um, by managing academic pressure, um, no, academic pressure is quite crucial for student mental well-being and academic success, where people should learn how to manage their academic pressure, because it is crucial for student mental well-being and academic success to reduce stress and create a more balanced approach to learning, school, parent, and student. Okay, so they can take several steps. Like first, they can learn time management and organization skill, where um, the school can teach time management. Schools can offer workshop or integrate a lesson on time management, helping students prioritize tasks, set goals, and break down assignment into manageable step. Where when they set a goal, they have a motivation to achieve and to get their goal. And they should learn how to use planner or digital tools. Like teacher should encourage their students to use planner or apps to track deadlines and assignment to help them stay organized and avoid last minute stress, because it is important to not delay our work like we are doing right now. Like we as a student, it's not good for us to delay our work. And we should focus on quality and not quantity, where teaching student must be effective learning where it comes from understanding and not just hours of memorization, where it can help reduce the pressure of a study, where students can learn how to study in the good way or smart way. So we must take steps to study smart, not study hard. Next, last but not least, by the title of managing academic pressure, students can learn how to create a positive study, where there must be an calm environment, no distraction, and free from distraction. Uh, for study, like it can help students to focus and feel more in control of their workload, of their assignment. Okay, let us jump to the fourth point, where it is mental health support. Um, in my opinion, a teacher, a student must find their good mental health support. It can be everyone, like teacher, counselor, friends, or even their parent and grandfather, grandparent. So by mental health support in school is essential, where for promoting students' overall well-being and helping them succeed both academically and personally. Schools can implement variety of strategies to ensure that students receive the good mental health they need. That they need. Um, First, to get the mental health support, of course, we must have a good counseling service. Um, we must see the professional. We must find the professional counselor, because every school should have trained counselors or mental health professionals to provide immediate support for students who are experiencing emotional or psychological damage or psychological difficulties. It is stated that students need to know their conversation with counselor are confidential. It is important it is very important to find the good counselor, where uh, they can speak openly about their concern, about their problem, or even their assignment on how to do, what to do. They can even ask that, because it is their work. The counselor, the apa macam cakap, tugas counselor itu lah. For the
Scope. Scope.
counselor, their scope. They must know how to react, how to control the situation. to help the student. Furthermore, students should or schools should organize a mental health education in co-curriculum because the lesson on mental health, emotional well-being, and stress is important because they can they can teach how to manage their mental health issue and teach students how to cope with them, how to cooperate with their problem. Um, After that, students should, teachers should organize a workshop and seminars where schools can host workshops or seminars on mental health topics such as anxiety, depression, resilience, and management mental strategies for both student and staff. Because generally, staff also have their problems. Staff also have their emotional difficulties. Last but not least, parents' involvement in managing the academic pressure is in mental health support is very crucial. It's very important for the students because it is stated that parent involvement can provide educational session or resource to help them recognize sign of mental health issue in their children because the parent knows their children. The parents kenal, knows the parents um, knows their children's manners, know their children problems. So they should know how to support them. Last but not least, teachers training. Teacher teachers should have trained well in encourage their students on learning how to cooperate with emotional difficulties. Um, the first point that I can state to you guys is um, for mental health awareness, teacher should have trained how to understanding the mental health by provide the training on common mental health issue to the teachers. To we must teach the teacher the school must organize something like seminar to the teacher to train the teacher how to cooperate with depression, anxiety, to help teacher recognize sign and symptom in student itself. Next, student teacher must learn how to incorporate social emotional learning in the curriculum. How to put how to put the SEL, we call SEL, social emotional learning, in the curriculum because by training teacher on how to integrate social emotional learning into their teaching practice, it is helping students to develop their skills like self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship skills and responsible decision making. It is stated that we as a student must have a responsible decision making. We must be responsible on our decision. Next, we must collaborate and communication skill. We must learn how to collaborate with people and um, learn how to cooperate with people by enhance our communication skill. Also, the teachers should teach their student effective communication. So the teachers itself must learn how to communicate effectively with students, parents, and colleagues, where it emphasizing active listening and empathy, where the educators itself must learn how to listen to their student problems. Last but not least, the teachers itself must um, find the professional people who can develop opportunities. Like they must find who have a PhD, who have learned depth in deep down in mental issue. Um, Furthermore, teachers encourage ongoing professional development in mental health and well-being topics to keep educators informed about the latest research and strategies and resources. Um, it is stated that educators itself must attend to workshop and seminar where the host must focus on specific topics related to mental health, emotional support, or classroom management techniques, where teacher must have the skills to manage the student in their class. If they can't do that, they are not suitable to be the teacher. Um, After that, it is stated that by implementing comprehensive teacher training programs that encompass these components, school can empower educators to create supportive and effective learning environment to the students that must prioritize the mental health and well-being on their students. Um, so, in general, the emotional safety in school is very important for the student and even the staff and the educator itself, because by having a good emotional, um, teacher or people can do their work good, their work in professionals, and they can finish their work in the time, and they can manage their life in a good way. So I think it is the end of my discussion about the emotional safety. So I would like to hear your guys on the opinion of my presentation.
So Azri,
All right.
um,
Thank you to Azri for the elaboration. I think about the emotional safety on school. It is actually a crucial part for the teachers to highlight it more as it is become one of the main part as we as for the teachers to highlight it. So without further ado, I think we should jump into the question. So I would like to ask you, Azri, um, when we talk about emotional safety, so I uh, in my opinion, uh, I'm sorry, when we talk about emotional safety, what step do school need to take in order to ensure an emotional safe environment, I mean, where student feel supported or maybe respected and confident to express themselves without fear of being judged or rejection? How can, I mean, how can school management create a emotional safety in school? Okay, thank you.
Okay, hello. Hello, can you guys hear me? Hamza, can you hear me?
Sorry. I think
Yes, yes,
Duha
yes,
repeat your
I
question
can hear you.
because uh
It is lagging.
we
It's
can
lagging.
hear you. So please repeat your question.
Hamza, do you still with us?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm
I,
sorry. Um, the question is, how can school management make an improvement to ensure an emotional safety, an emotional safe environment where students could feel supported or confident during the school session? Okay. Yeah, thank you.
I said that they should have a positive relationships and going to see the counselor. Positive relationship with their teachers so they can express their feelings to the teachers and in the teachers itself can encourage the students to feel confident in expressing their thought and expressing their problems to the friends or the or other teachers to solve their problems. And I would like to talk about the next point is the teachers itself. The teachers must have the trainings to conduct their students' problems, to solve their students' problems, where by learning on how to conduct their students' problem, teachers can prioritize what is important to the students and what is on how to manage their problems. So it can lead the student to have a better and perform their mental health, and their mental health will be suitable for focusing in any subject on in school, where by have the positive relationships and the mental health support from the teachers that who have trained well, the student itself can be more focused in their in their learning session. That's all from me. Uh, I, I'm my answer is answering you, Doha.
Yes, the answer is very fabulous, and thank you, Azri. Okay, so our discussion has have come to an end. So I very appreciate you guys for having our discussion from the evening till the night. Okay, your cooperative in this discussion really matters to all of our listeners out there. So uh to sum up our discussion, I would like to hear I would like to hear all of us. I would like to hear the summarize from all of us, starting from me. So, as for me, in summarize, I think school safety involve creating a secure environment where students are, where students are protected from physical harm or maybe bully or from emotional distress, just like Azri talked later. Also, it is include implementing policies fostering supportive relationship and maybe also ensuring that students feel safe during the school session. Okay. How about you, Amza? What can you spill your summarize or conclusion maybe?
So for me, my conclusion is school safety involves creating a secure environment for students, staff, and visitors. The key aspects include physical safety, safety, emergency preparedness, cyber safety. So together, this measure aim to create a supportive, pro- protective learning environment. So that's all for me.
Okay, how about you, Azri?
Okay, in my opinion, hearing about school incident involving safety concern evokes a complex tapestry of emotions, beginning with a deep sense of concern for the well-being students and staff, as I grapple with the stark reality of vulnerability in educational settings. So as I reflect those events in emotional safety in school, I can help but feel a sense of frustrations toward the systemic issues that contribute to such incidents like emotional incidents for youth, for the student. This frustration is often accompanied by a surge of empathy. And as I think about the students and families enduring unimaginable pain and uncertainty which ignites desire within me to extend support and compassion in any way possible. Moreover, there is a Paul Abel sense of anger directed at the circumstances that allow such tragedies to occur, whether it's rooted in societal issues like bullying, mental health neglect, or the pervasive threat of gun violence. So I would like to say this emotional safety, which is my point, should be the main point in every school. The school must take an advanced steps to enduring and to cooperate with this problem. That's all from me.
All right. Thank you to Azri. And I guess our discussion has have come to an end. Thank you again to Azri and Amzar for having a discussion from the evening to this night till this night. So I hope this discussion bring a something good toward us. That's all from me. And I do apologize if during this discussion maybe I misleading or something that similar to misleading and so on. So uh thank you again to Amza and Azri and good night. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
We
wabarakatuh.
we will close our discussion by the recitation of tasbih kifarah and suratul asr. Subhanakallah wa bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Amiltu su'a wa zalamtu nafsi faghfir li fa innahu la yaghfiru dhunuba illa ant wal 'asr innal insana lafi khusr illa alladhina amanu wa 'amilus salihat wa tawassaw bil haqq wa tawassaw bis sabr. Alright. Thank you again and assalamu alaikum.